Hello gorgeous soul friends, welcome to my channel, Hannah DeVaux. Thank you so much for tuning in and for allowing me into your wondrous experience today. I wanted to make this video because I've had a bunch of you guys asking me to make more witch related content. So we're going to discuss tools you can integrate into your craft. But before we talk about the types of tools a witch can use, let's talk about what tools are and why they're important. So if you've watched my How to Be a Witch video, you'll know that your power comes from your intention along with your belief. You can 100% practice magic on your own without any tools, but I'm just gonna let you know right now, especially if you're a novice, this will be very draining for you. So this energy is gonna come from somewhere, and that somewhere is you, because you are the first and only necessary tool in your magical practice. However, if you're a novice in energy work, or you just don't really have a lot of experience in spell casting and ritualism and all of that stuff, this can actually do more harm than good. So starting out with using tools and incorporating them into your practice is the way to go, because you really don't want to drain your energy too much in the beginning. It takes time and practice to really cultivate your energy and protect it and harness it in order to channel it into your spells later on when you're much more advanced and you know what you're doing. So The Witcher on Netflix does a great job at captivating this concept and making it into something easy to understand. So when Yennefer goes to Aretusa to study sorcery, her instructor, I can't remember her name, Tisea? I think her name is Tisea. She instructs the students to pull the life force energy out of a flower and use that energy in their spells. So one of the students gets very overzealous and tries to do magic on her own without the flower. But she is shown aging rapidly and then ending up decrepit and kind of wasted away.
There is no conjuring something from nothing. There is a give and a take.
So obviously real life is not this exaggerated, but it does a great job at capturing the fact that life force energy is being drained from your body every single time you put energy into a spell. You put energy into intention. That is your life force energy, your focus. But just like tools for building, there are a variety of magical tools that you can incorporate with all different uses. You can use tools to cleanse, protect, and manifest. And if you think outside of the box, almost anything in your physical reality can be used as a tool in your magical practice, because remember guys, the power is coming from your imagination and your belief. But let's talk about some common tools that you can use in your rituals and spell casting. So first, there's crystals. Crystals are one of the more well-known tools in spiritual practice, probably because they're super duper beautiful and there's just so many of them. I really do believe that there is a crystal out there for everyone. There's all kinds of different crystals with all kinds of purposes, and they're just so magnificent looking. There's so many different ones with unique textures and looks and colors. So I think crystals are something that is very versatile. It can be used in a lot of different things, different kinds of crystals. And they're one of those things that they're physically tangible. You can hold them. You can even sometimes feel the vibrations coming off of the crystal if you're in tune enough. So each crystal has a deeply ingrained vibrational signature, which is resonant to certain frequencies, which when you're carrying that crystal, make you more likely to attract certain experiences and things associated with the energy of that crystal. So for example, a rose quartz is associated with the frequency of love and compassion. If you're using rose quartz in your rituals or carrying it around with you regularly, eventually your vibration will start to align with the same frequency, and therefore you'll likely attract certain experiences and people and situations that are resonant to that vibrational frequency of love. So you may find that you manifest more self-love, or maybe you manifest a new person in your life, a new lover, or maybe you manifest love from friends, family members, strangers, whatever. But the cool thing is that you can cater these intentions towards specific goals and specific desires and manifest them based on where your attention is going to. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier about your intention being the guiding force in these manifestations, because these crystals work whether you put intention into them or not, but it's going to be seemingly random and very general what you manifest. So you can really take it to the next level and apply your intention and really power it with these tools. So next we have incense, herbs, and spices. All tools are the same as crystals in the sense that they hold a certain energetic resonance, which will attract experiences of like vibration. The same goes for herbs, incense, and spices. If you have an affinity for green magic, you can grow your own herbs and use the herb plant to attract specific things associated with that herb into your home. So maybe you'll grow some bay leaves for extra income, or maybe you'll grow sage for protection. So you can also use herbs for their physical properties. There's plenty of books out there like this one, which can tell you about all the different kinds of herbs and what their properties are. I'll go ahead and list this book down in the description box in case you would like to check it out. It's an awesome book, guys. It's got all of the different herbs and their properties. You know, what they've been known to do and how you can incorporate them into your cooking and into your diet to gain the most out of these herbs. Next on our list of tools is candles, which are probably the most notorious witchcraft tool. They basically work by changing the state of your desires and manifestations into something physical. So much like the flame burns the wick and turns it to smoke, you could visualize a candle burning your manifestations and transmuting them into smoke to be carried to the heavens, to God, the universe, the goddesses you work with, whatever you believe in, to be reflected back to you and granted in this physical reality. You typically will see pillar candles when you watch witch movies. I personally like pillar candles because they burn for a long time. Get yourself some pillar candles. They're also super cheap and they come in all kinds of different colors, and it's just, I love them. I love candles. Magic is about the reflection of everything, so using representational meaning in your rituals is extremely powerful in getting your spells to manifest. Next tool we have colors. Colors are often overlooked. They're a very important tool in magic practice, but like I said, they're overlooked because they're so simple. They're such a simple adjustment you can make to your rituals if you're trying to attract love, making your whole space pink and red, or if you're trying to attract money, maybe making it all green, trying to incorporate more green into your diet, into what you're wearing. Color magic is really, really awesome. And it works. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier about representational meaning. Because typically when we look at these colors, we naturally associate them with certain things. And that's where the power lies, because that collective intention is there. That's what's powering the meaning behind the color. So whenever you connect to these colors, you're connecting to that collective intention that's been placed on whatever color you're working with. Next, we have one of my favorite tools, tarot cards. Some tools in witchcraft are used for divination, which is essentially the process of connecting to the Akashic records and accessing a universal database of information on anything and anyone. And I do have a video talking about the Akashic records more in depth, so if you're interested, check it out. I'll link it somewhere around here. And you can watch it whenever you're ready. Tarot is one of the more popular forms of divination because it takes a lot of these intuitive messages and translates them into a language that our 3D minds are capable of understanding. Objects with special meaning hold a specific vibrational resonance that's very important to you and you only, and anybody associated with that object. They're super important because they already hold that collective power and energy that you and maybe other people have placed onto it. So maybe it's a class ring, or maybe it's your mother's wedding dress or something like that. Something that's very special. It holds a lot of memory, it holds a lot of love, and it holds a high vibration. And it has a positive meaning to you. Of course, you can use objects with negative meanings as well if you would like to heal from these experiences, but for now, we're talking about objects with positive meaning. They hold a collective vibration of love and happiness, and whatever memories are associated with that particular object, they will hold the vibrational resonance for. So sometimes these objects come in handy with our rituals because maybe we need something associated to that object, or maybe that object just happens to fit right into our ritual. This is another tool that you can incorporate into your practice if you're willing. Next is sun or moon charged water. So this is another popular one that I've seen kind of floating around social media. People always talk about moon water, moon water. Sun water is popular too, but I don't think it's as popular as moon water. But moon and sun water are great for a variety of things. You can either douse yourself, you can cleanse certain crystals with it. Not all of them, guys. Remember, not all crystals are meant to go in water and can be very dangerous if you put them in water. So do your research. Really look into what crystals can be wet and which ones can't. You can put it in your bath. You can cleanse yourself with it. You can mix it into any products that you have. And if it's drinkable, I mean, you can even drink it. And the last tool I've incorporated into this video is anything you can think of. So it's super important as a witch to be resourceful and be creative, because that's what witchcraft is all about. Back in the 1700s, back in the 1600s, or even previous, they didn't just have access to these metaphysical shops and these online crystal stores, you know, that you could just go buy from at the drop of a hat. They had to be resourceful, especially because a lot of these witches were living in secret. So I get a lot of comments and I get a lot of questions asking, you know, what if I don't have access to these kinds of stores in my area? Or what if I, you know, don't have the money to go buy all of these crystals and spend a lot of money on all of these candles and incense and tools? I always just say, get creative, use what you got in your kitchen, use what you got in your backyard. Nature is such a great thing to incorporate into your craft. So if you need to go on a hike, a little walk, go see what you can find outside, flowers, plants, anything, guys. Anything works. You really don't need any of the fancy schmancy stuff that, you know, people promote online all of the time. You can use just about anything if you put your mind to it, and that's the beauty of witchcraft. It's nice to have all of these wonderful things like crystals and oils and all of that. At the end of the day, the only thing you really need is you. Like I was saying, you are the one that really powers these spells. So as long as you got you and your energy, that's all you need. But of course, it's nice to have tools. It helps you when you're a beginner and you're really learning how to hone your energy and how to cultivate your energy. But don't be afraid to go out there and see what you can find, because there's so many things out there that can be used in your craft if you think hard enough. But that is the conclusion of this vlog. Leave a like if this resonated with you or if you learned something new today, and share with your other aspiring witch friends so that you can grow on your journey together. Leave a comment down below and let me know any other tips and tricks that you use in your magical practice, as well as a tool that you feel is unique to you. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.